Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be talking about how there's been a big change to arguably the most important part about the whole of QuickBooks Online, and that's to the bank account. So let's roll the VT, let's get this video straight in and let's figure out why there's been some big changes, and I think changes that are going to make it really easy for you guys to make sure that if you have made a mistake in QuickBooks Online, you'll be able to fix it nice and quickly. Roll the VT and let's get straight into it. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with Fancy logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Bookkeeping, and also your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning at 8:30 AM for Ask the Accountant. Now, in today's video, we're talking about some major changes in the world of QuickBooks. Changes that, if I'm completely honest, I wasn't even aware was going to happen, but changes that I'm definitely happy has happened and definitely happy that we get to see it straight away. So let's waste no time, let's go straight into it and let's figure out exactly how we can use these changes, what they mean, and why we can make the most out of them. Let's have a look. All right, so first and foremost, where are these changes? Well, they're all in the banking area. So if I go to transactions and go bank transactions, and I have a look at our banking area, we've had some major changes that have happened here. So typically how bank accounts work, remember, we would have our opportunity to move things from full review and then our opportunity then to bring them into Catagorize. And that's what we mainly have to do, right? Remember, what our main job as the bookkeeper or someone trying to put all the information into QuickBooks is we want to move from full review, which are transactions QuickBooks haven't yet dealt with, into the categorized ones. And categorized ones basically means that those transactions are in QuickBooks. Now, historically, if you ever wanted to fix anything, you would go into categorized, you'd go to use this undo functionality here. That then will take this out and it will go from wherever it is into the full review section. And then you could then go and make a change. Let's say that, you know, I'd put it to so-and-so, didn't mean to put it to there. I could then make the change it how I need to make it, press add, and it will take it back into full review. And that used to be the process of basically amending things if you weren't 100% satisfied with what was happening with them. But not anymore. You see, if I jump into the categorize section, I now have an opportunity, if I tick these boxes here, not only to undo, which I've always had a batch undo functionality, but also edit. And what that edit functionality does is it brings up all of the adjustments I can make. So from here, I can go in and I can change it what type it's going to be. If it's an expense, I can put it to a transfer. I change and make all of them to have a particular supplier connected to them. So if I've gone to look at it and saw that I've done everything right, but I haven't quite put the supplier in, I can make the change there. I can change the account, and because I've got them switched on here, class and location. Now notice I can't change the VAT though. That's one thing you can't change from here. Other changes I can do, well, I can change them actually individually. And I'll be completely honest, I didn't see this, but actually, if you hover over the payee of an individual transaction, you'll notice you can drop it down and put it to where it needs to be. Same with category as well. I can go in, make it and make the changes as I need to. It's even going to come up with suggested for us, which is that new AI enabled element to it, and bring that in. So what this means is I now have the opportunity to jump into my categorize area and almost make adjustments as I go through. Don't forget, you've still got your filter options as well. So I can filter between dates, filter by transaction. I'm thinking to myself, actually, what an idiot. These POTS transactions, whatever the POTS ones are, I've been dealing with them as director's loan accounts and moving them to director's loan. But actually, I type the word pot into here, or POTS. I tick this box here. It selects all of them for me. Love that. I press edit and I move them into a different area. So maybe I've been putting them in director's loan account, but actually I should be including them as advertising costs, for example. I press save. That, without me having to do anything else, has just updated all of those and put them into the advertising ones. Also, if I had only 2 expenses, I can even change the type. Maybe it means that I need to change it from an expense to a transfer. Now notice at the top here, if you reclassify transaction as transfer, some information about the expense may be omitted. But that's fine, so I can choose what account it's going to go to. So let's say this should go to Tide. Press save, and they've been moved to a transfer. Now, if I click into the transfer itself, the information that's been omitted is going to be some of that extra data. So that data could have been lost if I do it that way. But now that we have the opportunity in our categorize section to do the filter of the dates, look at the type of transaction, to even type in what we need, we now have that functionality to go, look, you know what? I can now go through here and clean everything up from this particular area, which is so much easier than having to press the undo button, go back to full review, find the transaction and put it in from there. They seem like simple changes, right? And easy, quick changes that are made, but actually these are really important changes. And I think this is one of the ways in which we're making it so much easier. As an accountant, we've always had access to what's called the reclassify transaction functionality. And I did a video not long ago really showing how the QuickBooks Advanced feature is actually really powerful and really useful because it unlocks that reclassification transactions to the general user. And that was a real big point in which I was saying, actually, for making the most out of QuickBooks Online Advanced, you need to be using that reclassification. Actually, now we don't need QuickBooks Advanced to get that functionality. We've pretty much got the similar sort of functionality from here. The fact that we can go down, we can go through the categorize ones, and we can make those batch updates from here, honestly is going to completely change the game in terms of keeping things nice and tidy. We also, don't forget, if I go to a supplier, we have the same functionality under an individual supplier. Let's go to this this supplier here. If I want to change, these at the moment are a mixture between meals and sundry expenses at this point in time. If I want all of them to be one, I can do batch actions, category selected, and I can say, actually, I want all of these to be meals, and I want to press apply. Then it will automatically go through and put them in for me. So now I feel like we've got lots and lots of options here to go through and keep things up to date, move with the times, find ways in which we can clean things up a lot quicker instead of having to undo everything and redo them all again. But what do you think? Do you think this is a good change? Do you think this is a change worthwhile doing? Personally, I absolutely love this, and I can't wait to show this to more clients and show this to more people, because I really do think that it's a small change, but a big change in terms of the way that we're going to be able to keep things up and tidy. It saves us as the accountant having to do that cleanup and having to charge for the cleanup for that matter, because that means that you, as the end user, are going to have much more control to clean things up and put things in. Consistency is the key, right? So if you've got transactions going here, there and everywhere, if you type that word in, just have a look and see what they've been going to. If you consistently put into the same place, it's going to make it so much easier for everyone involved. So this is your tool to go out there, make batch updates and ensure that you are having the most clean data possible. It's a tiny little shame that the VAT element's not there, but I'm sure that's something that you can use the feedback form to go in and explain that to QuickBooks themselves. But let me know in the comments. Do you think this is useful? What do you see the use case for it? Tell us in the comments and we can have a chat about it. My name is Aaron Patrick. As always, this video has been an absolute pleasure to do for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.